greatest fighter in the history of this sport. Inducted into the International Hall of Fame in 1990, he fights out of Harlem, New York. Vasiliy Lomachenko, one of the most technically skilled fighters in all of boxing. No one moves around the ring like Lomachenko.
Oh, pure bad blood.
And now we toss it up to the world-renowned ring announcer, Mr. Jimmy Lennon Jr.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, from New York, here is one of boxing's all-time greats with 174 wins in his 201 fights. A welterweight champion of the world, a 5-time middleweight champion of the world, Sugar Ray Robinson. Fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the 2-time Olympic gold medalist from Ukraine, a tremendous 3-division champion of the world, Vasiliy Lomachenko.
All the talking has been done. It's time to start doing the walking.
You know, look at the stars, ex-fighters, ex-champions ringside. That's what these fights do. That's what these venues do.
Under the bright lights here for this one, really good matchup, and we're hoping for a really good fight. We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. You'd like to see more jabs. That hook was thrown with some bad intentions. What a pleasure it is to be here in this environment. What a venue for this showdown.
It's so hot, it's so heated, there's a roof on here, you don't understand. When you're working, when the noise is there, the pressure's on, you're thirsty, you're sweating, and you're on the wrong side of a beating. This can be hellfire on here.
Good defense stopping that jab. Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though. Big hook. Good thing it didn't land.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
When you're fighting a counterpuncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counterpuncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
Reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye, and they're waiting for any little twitch you do. So you've got to fight a counterpuncher smart.
Swing and a miss with that jab. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Robinson in that last round. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage here.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter, and the cornerman's got to put a firecracker on that fight to get out there and get the job done.
And there's the bell to start the round. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
Neither fighter willing to slow down. Johnny, a lot of fighters focus on their defense with their hands up. This fighter focuses on their defense with their footwork, moving on those angles, staying out of danger.
These are my kind of fighters, boxing on the edge of the ring, using the jab, using the footwork, moving left to right. It's like a bull in a matador.
fighters landing in these exchanges. Judge is going to have a tough job. That left hand lands.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
You couldn't ride a strip like this. This is like Rocky versus Apollo. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Just missed with that hook. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Robinson in that last round. They've got the momentum. They've got the advantage. How do they carry that into the next round?
Dominance, without a doubt, made it look so easy.
That's okay. You're so close. Keep doing what you're doing. I'm pulled over him. He's ready to go.
They ring the bell, and here we go. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
A lot of fans know how quick these lighter fighters can be, but tonight, don't be surprised if these don't pack a lot of power as well. It's all offense, all the time. Misses with that jab. It's not always about who hits harder. In this division, ring IQ can go a long way.
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
You have to be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Nope, that hook won't score. A big whiff with the right hook. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Those counter punches have to hurt. Let's talk about Robinson in that last round. That was almost a 10-8 round, complete dominance.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute uproar.
Switch on. Switch on. I need you to go back out there. I need you to win.
And there's the bell to start the round. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
And he misses with that straight left. Well, you know, in this division, we're going to see a lot of combinations, a lot of counter punching.
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in a fight. They've got to relax.
Nice exchanges from both men in this round. That jab scores.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Missing with the hook. There's a big difference between being the aggressor and the effective aggressor. Which type are we seeing so far?
Todd, look back in history. Sugar Ray Leonard against Roberto Duran. The first fight, Sugar Ray Leonard tried to fight, stand there toe-to-toe with him. The second fight, he thought, this guy's aggressive. He's nasty. He'll do everything to get the win.
This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Robinson in that last round. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this fight.
Big deep breaths. Big deep breaths. Get back behind your jab. Face it. Just get your rhythm back. Breathe. Breathe. Let's get...
We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Needs to put some combination work together. One punch is good, two punches better. Blistering hand speed from both of these outstanding lightweights.
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
Some real good back and forth between these two fighters.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. When you watch lightweights, you expect high-level footwork and hand speed, and that's what we're getting here this afternoon. They blocked the left there. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Robinson in that last round. Well, this is the time that the trainer needs to come in and say something special. This fighter needs to turn the tables in this next round.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important. Every second, every minute of this round is important. You cannot afford to lose it.
Just gotta get that jab back. Just box.
They ring the bell, and here we go. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Well, Johnny, it's still early on, but what do you think about what we're seeing so far?
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you can hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
He's putting the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. Think of holding on here for a minute. I can't believe we're only halfway through the round.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other because no one dare do anything out of turn.
That hook just can't find the target. In this division, both fighters will constantly be on their toes trying to punch and counterpunch.
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. And you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down. It's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Robinson in that last round. I promise you, all three judges here are going to give that round to you-know-who.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter, and the cornerman's got to put a firecracker on that fight to get out there and get the job done.
Jump all over it. Mix it up.
And there's the bell to start the round. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
It's like a game of joust. They both got their swords. They're slinging it. That counter shot lands. Swing and a miss with the right hook. He misses with that straight left. Well, Johnny, has anything surprised you here as we enter the final frames of this bout?
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain there.
Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. His stamina is off the charts. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. A swing and a miss with the left hook. This round's still up for grabs. Lomachenko is buzzed.
Oh, I heard that, never by saw it.
Let's talk about Robinson in that last round. You've heard the old phrase, this might come down to who wants it more, but it might come down to who's in better shape.
It's when you talk about championship material.
Switched off. What are you doing?
We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. How much is left in their tank after last round?
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
Here we go with the lightweights. Get ready to see some blazing hand speed and fancy footwork.
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
There's a counter shot. Good defense blocking the right jab. Both of these fighters have had their moments. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
And he scores with the counter. You hear that old phrase, second win. You've got to find it somehow.
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
A lot of effort being exerted here. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. surprise as we get a unanimous decision there.
What a whitewash. You know, that's skills, that's class, that's levels. One is up there, one is down there, but you know what? The loser is going to have to learn a big, hard lesson. I totally agree.